Just thought of something.
Now there's a bloody devil trailing after us. Well, this gets better and better. Shop around, he said. He seems sure we won't find anything. And he might be right. We've had no luck so far. I'm not about to trade a vampiric master for an infernal one. He's playing with us. Cazador, my old master, liked to toy with people too. Let them think there was hope right until the end. Until he snatched it all away. Creatures like them don't play games. Unless they know they can win. Oh, will you? Because you've got it all figured out, I'm sure. You know who tampered with the parasite and why, and what they have planned for us. And of course you know why we're interesting enough that a devil would come to proposition us. Because if you don't know that, you may as well sign over your soul now. We may escape whatever web we're trapped in, but until we know what's going on, this Raphael has us exactly where he wants us.
Always a pleasure.
Now there's a bloody shop around. And he might be right. Maybe. Cazador, my old creatures like them don't play we keep hunting. This is no ordinary and why are we important enough that a
Glad to have an ally.
Now there's a bloody devil trailing after us. Shop around. And he might be right. If we don't know what we're walking into, that bridge will collapse under us. The devil has a plan. He's playing with us. Cazador, my old master, liked to toy with people too. Let them think there was hope right until the end. Until he snatched it all away. Creatures like them don't play games. Unless they know they can win. Maybe. But he's not the only one spinning a web for us. This is no ordinary mind flayer parasite. Who tampered with it and why? What do they have planned for us? And why are we important enough that a devil comes knocking on our door? If we find those answers, we might have a chance. I suppose you want to hear about Cazador. Oh, then what do you want? I suppose you want to hear about Cazador. I don't want to say a damned thing, but that won't do anyone any good. Cazador Zar is a vampire lord in Baldur's Gate, the patriarch of his coven, and a monster obsessed with power. Not political power or military power, I mean power over people. The power to control them completely. He turned me nearly 200 years ago. I became his spawn, and he became my tormentor. A vampire's spawn is less than a slave. They're a puppet. We have no choice but to obey our master's commands. They speak, and our bodies react. It's all part of the deal. Sometimes he'd order us to submit to torture. Sometimes he'd have us torture ourselves. Whatever his weather-vane mood settled on. I will, but I won't take it for granted. The Mind Flayers aren't the only monsters out there, and they might not be the only ones hunting us. All I'm asking is that you keep your eyes open and watch out for anything lurking in the shadows. What more could I ask? Now, is that all? Need something? I won't lie. It's tempting. If I keep the tadpole, I risk transforming into a grotesque monster. If I lose the tadpole, Cazador has control of me, body and soul, and I return to the shadows. It's grim either way. So why not sell what's left of my soul to a devil? Better he has it than Cazador. You're familiar with the phrase, better the devil you know? I know Cazador, and I'll take anything that saves me from that. Need something? I won't lie. It's tempting. If I keep the tadpole, I risk transforming into a grotesque monster. If I lose the tadpole, Cazador has control of me, body and soul, and I return to the shadows. It's grim either way. So why not sell what's left of my soul to a devil? Better he has it than Cazador. I'm glad to hear it. Whatever's coming, we need to keep our options open. Yes? I won't lie. It's tempting. If I keep the tadpole, I risk transform. It's grim either way. Figuring out what's happening to us, confronting a god called the Absolute, and then finding time to kill my old master before he can control me once more. Yes, that's an option, but I wouldn't bet eternity on it. Yes?
I tire of this Faerun. Its temperate skies, its soft people. Would that I were doing battle among the tears. Look above. Watch the moon cross the sky. The tears follow behind it. Rocky bodies tumbling through the sea of night. One of them is my creche, Kalir. Your curiosity is to be commended. Githyanki are hatched in creches all throughout realm space. Kalir is one of many. It's there I first saw a Kithrak mount a red dragon, where I slit my cousins' throats at the Vash's command. The tears span Toral's sky, Vinisk. There is more to this realm than this grassy pebble. I tire of this fate. Would that I were doing battle among the tears. I see naught but cowards, flowering meadows and fecund soil. They rely on strangers' swords, when they should be forging their own. Look above. Watch the tears follow behind it. Rocky bodies do you think me so sheltered? My entire clutch battled beholders deep. We infiltrated an Yogi spelljammer. The tears span Toral's sky, Vinisk. There is more to this
Salutations. We sniff out the Gobbo leaders and take their heads. And we free the Druid housing while we're at it. If we want these brain bugs removed, he's our man. But failing that, this Gith creche sounds promising, if Lae'zel's telling us straight. I know, that's a pretty big if. Living legend in the flesh. Slayer of specters, killer of kobolds. The pride of Baldur's Gate. So you know the stories. All true, I might add. Won't be long before they're telling new tales. Mind flayers, flying ships, dragon attacks. The legend grows. There's an old saying I just made up. To fell a dragon, you must chop off its head. These goblins are organized. It's no hamhead pulling the strings. We slither through their camp and off their leaders, quick as crickets. Hey, don't get me wrong. I like a good crash and smash, but we can't take the risk. A few goblins is one thing. A horde's quite another. Now, I always save the best stories for my closest friends and my cruelest enemies. Get to be one of those, and I'll spill the whole jug. You get that, right? Spill the whole jug? I guess I'll toss that one in the heap. I'm all ears. Did you see those tiefling kids? Do you reckon our moping and muttering does them much good? They should be chasing frogs, climbing trees, not training for battles they can't win. Those people look at me and they see a hero. Imagine how bad they feel if they were wrong.
I'd like some time to talk.
I wasn't expecting it, but I'm glad to have some company on this journey. Fine. What's on your mind? Must I? Find a way to... Personally, I think finding... Oh, there's Ethel. Not that I'm keen to trust her. I suppose we'd go our separate ways. Home. There's someone waiting for me there. Let's just say it's very personal, very private. I must admit. Besides, you saved my life aboard the Nautiloid. How can I do any... There's no story. None that you're entitled to hear. Must we? No harm in a little mystery, don't you think? I should hope not. Have you ever heard the people who want to talk about themselves? I'm doing you. Sweet of you. But don't worry. I'm sure you'll get to know me just... Thank you. I'm sure we'll get along perfectly well.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
How can I help? There's room for adventure, but no...
Umbram Kratos, sanguinel iuratus.
Come, Silver. Here.
Might as well take a look.
Never wanted the easy path.
see what the day brings.
In nocte concilium.
The corpse regards you lifelessly. The corpse remains silent. It doesn't understand the
Moonrise towers. Initiation. Mid Siranis of the Absolute. Minthara. Back at camp. No.
The spell's power.
Watch the shadows. That might be worth a look.
What path lies before me? There's a trap.
No sign of the others yet. Do you think the fight up front went bad?
Boss rip you for talking that way.
Well, at least we got the druid to keep ourselves entertained. He's boring. Let's find another one.
Should mind my step.
Shall we dance? Ready or not? Time to move. On the hunt.
Time for some bloody work.
The dance macabre.
Still on my feet.
I'm ready.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I thought I was gonna die down here. No. I'd still be outside gathering herbs if I didn't run into the goblins. I must tell the others what happened. I step careful. There are traps in these tunnels. And thank you again.
Hello again. Shall we? Be careful. There are traps about.
All right, what now?
On the hunt. If this isn't important.
Still alive, so that's progress. On my way. Anything of use? Let's get going.
In darkest hour, a concord made, twixt harp and wild against the shade. Harp and wild. A riddle to some, but you understand the meaning immediately. The druids turn to the harpers for help. Unusual for such a territorial group. By claw and tooth, from root to thorn, the old oak's grove to wildlings sworn. The mural shows druids claiming the grove in the name of the old oak, Sylvanus, god of nature. The forest rose with claw and tooth to tear the darkness from its roots. Beasts chasing beasts, alongside a wild woman. A depiction of some local folktale, perhaps.
It's our job to get us out of here safely, not yours.
It's my job too.
Hold out your hand.
The druids don't care
Go on.
about us.
Take this ring.
No one does.
It's... Call it. Heads or tails. Hey, hold on, you gotta pay for that. Real sweet. Anyway, you got a call before the flip.
That girl.
See? I've got more where that came from. Real like, fine. But you gotta at least look at the other rings, okay?
Best be on my way.
Lives are at stake. And the...
He stares right past you, as if you're invisible. Or boring. He nods, then reaches for a concealed hatch.
The waiting's getting to me.
What's up for discussion?
Well, look who's come to visit. My kids say you've been busy since you got here. I heard you helped Melly with that locket. I owe you for that. Mercon says you got him out of a tight spot with some harpies. Gotta say, I'm impressed. You saved Arabella from the druids. Don't know what those bastards would have done. We're saving up for a better hideout when we get to Baldur's Gate. Why? You planning on telling me stealing is wrong? Won't turn down free money. I've got operating costs you wouldn't believe. Come see me in the city sometime, huh? I'll repay this and then some. See you around, maybe.
Things feel different. Moving.
Macteva Tote.
At least things have stayed interesting. Moving ahead. No one back home will ever believe this.
Keep your distance. Tread lightly. Easy.
And again.
These
is off limits. Leave.
You note her grimace of pain. Something is wrong with her legs.
Damn it! Don't look at me like that. You can stay. Just keep your hands to yourself. Oh, bloody potion. From the old lady, and to her credit, it worked. Of course, she also warned of side effects. Should have listened. Now and then some. Of all the bloody things to happen.
There is work to do. Shoes.
Well, where are my boots?
Still breathing, despite everything.
If this isn't the most of all the bloody things to happen. Stop! This place is off limits. Leave. Why are you looking at me like that? God's help! Someone help!
Let's go.
Assume nothing.
Everything looks new.
Like its will be done.
Thanks for fighting off those My selection's pretty slim. I had to leave most of the best. Funny how things change when your bloodline becomes a problem. Guess I'll be starting over in Baldur's Gate. I hope people are more open-minded there.
What will we do for work when we get to the city?
Whatever we want.
I think I'd make a fine teacher, or a baker, or a butcher.
A butcher? Really?
Is that everything? I think that's everything. Sure. Blood excites me.
Right.
Hope the goblins are smart enough to poison their plagues.
Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it.
hope the goblins aren't smart enough to poison their blades.
Thanks to you, that kid is my locket. My mum gave that to me on her deathbed. Got nothing to say to you. You got nothing I want.
Escort for 3 days, and you quit in the middle of your shift.
You found it?
Well, it was his caravan.
Don't know what to say. I know it's stupid. It's all I have of her is all. Kind of you, friend. Here's something for your troubles. Not long, matter of fact.
Hope the goblins aren't smart enough to poison their blades.
She stole it from a house she cleaned. All right. They didn't pay her much. They owed her a perk or two. Yeah. Thanks to you. Anyway. I should...
Damn goblins. Like the sight of blood, do you? Thought you'd have had your fill at the gate. Might be more blood spilled yet, if Zevlor starts in on the lectures again. Oh, we expected a soft job. Something to test the new lad, maybe, but not a bloody goblin nest. Most would have turned tail at the sight, but not Liam, no. He charged them, the stupid bastard. Nah. He must have thought we were following. Always the optimist was Liam. Hope they cut him down quick before he saw we were gone. Wound looks clean. Small mercies.
If it ain't the fearless Goblin Slayer, you sure you want to be seen with me? I ain't exactly popular with this lot. Half my crew are full of holes. Now I'm gonna take the blame for leading the goblins here, and losing track of the bloody druid.
They chased us, all the way from the ruins we were poking around in. Aye. His name's Halsin. And if he's still alive, he'll be cursing the day he laid eyes on me.
We've got a contract to track down some relic, and he wanted in on the job. Eyes lit up when he heard about it.
Didn't work out, though. Goblins got him when we were turning tail. He's either digging latrines or boiling in a cookpot by now.
Job's all yours, if you got a death wish. There's a wizard in Baldur's Gate that'll pay gobloads for a relic, supposedly buried round these parts.
But gold ain't any use if you're too cold to spend it.
It's called the Night Song. Supposed to be hidden under the temple where the goblins jumped us.
I'd give you the map and wish you a happy funeral, but my mate Brian kept hold of it like his own Todger. Goblins made sure to the fat old chunk.
All I've got's the contract. It'll show you where we turn back, if you feel like dying.
What will we do for work?
Don't thank me. I'll be well on my way to Baldur's Gate when you die.
I think I'd make a fine teacher, or a baker, or a butcher.
Butcher? Really?
Sure, blood excites me.
Right.
Where did I put that old bucket?
You're going to get us killed!
Hells! We can't just leave. They're kin!
I'll not gamble our lives, our futures, on people who are as good as dead. We must leave for Baldur's Gate at once.
Can we all just take a moment, please?
What's the point in blades and spells if we don't bloody use them? We should stay! These people aren't fighters. We can help!
Or yell louder. That's fine too. She's right.
Zerg.
Thank you, Roland.
And again. Swing and swing and... We're exposed now.
We should have... Instead, we're just sitting here. You don't... Yes, that Leroican. His name is known far and wide, I see. Few can match him in terms of raw power and talent. Until now, that is. In years to come, you will boast of this meeting, I can assure you.
Lee and Roland would never admit it, but they take an arrow for the other. Also stab each other. Not sure what will come first. Thanks for cutting in. There might have been more than words if you hadn't.
Refugees, adventurers, no one in years, and suddenly we're overwhelmed. Well met. And thank you for beating back those goblins. Most brave of you. Is there anything you need? Act fast if you do. The ritual will be complete before too long. I know it's drastic, but more monsters seem to terrorize this region every day. We druids will be safe. As for those that took refuge here, well, may Sylvanas guard them as they continue their travels. As I said, it's a drastic measure, but the survival of the Grove is paramount. There just aren't enough supplies to support everyone. Just some bits and bobs I no longer need. Sylvanas, guide your path.
The waiting's getting to me. If we left, we could at least make a run for it.
Action, not reaction. Action, not reaction.
No time to dally. I'm ready.
Moving in.
Nozell, how would you punish someone who wronged you?
Wrong me how?
Oh, say murder or theft?
Killing is good. It culls the weak. But theft would be paid for painfully, 1,000 times over.
Good to know.
People up ahead. Something's wrong. I've got a long road ahead.
A long way to go still. Need to keep going.
Looking ahead. If not over, then through.
What are we gonna do, Bray?
I don't know. You're a true soul. You can't die. Please, stay with us.
I don't think he's conscious. Can you hear us, Ed?
You, not a step closer.
A strange symbol glows, marked on their flesh, and something within you stirs in response.
An oil bear. Please, do you have any...
Shut up, Andric. Do you serve the Absolute?
Wait.
The injured man locks eyes with you. A familiar squirming churns in your head. Your minds intertwine. You see his siblings, Andric and Brenna, new recruits, yours to shepherd.
Protect them. She is a true soul. Mind her. She will... She...
Edwin! Ed! Please!
He's with the Absolute now. You're a true soul. Edwin, our brother, he was chosen. Like you. Do you have orders for us? We were reporting to Edwin.
What? Are you testing us? The Absolute is our goddess. She's going to rip down the old world order, start a new one. Then we'll be the ones with the power. Well, you will firstly, true soul. You don't need me to explain that.
A true soul, like you, has been chosen by the Absolute. You speak with her voice, and when the time comes, the true souls, you, will rule.
Oh, I like these two. All zeal and no brains.
I'm sorry, true soul. I only repeated what I thought I knew. It seems the Absolute still has a great deal to teach me. We know that all too well, ma'am, but the Absolute sent us here.
We're looking for fugitives, survivors from that ship that crashed farther west of here. We don't know what they look like, but anyone who survived that crash is bound to be injured. That's enough to get us started. The Absolute wants them found. At any cost. What?
It killed one of us. It killed Edwin. It's an enemy of the Absolute. You're right, madam. The beast must be destroyed.
The cave is just ahead. It was too much for us before, but if you could help us, true soul, we may stand a chance.
They spoke of the Absolute, same as that goblin Saza. Curious. Sounds like trouble.
The man is dead, but something shifts beneath his features. A glistening tadpole emerges, slithering up past a sightless eyeball. The same as the creature behind your eye. One squeeze should do it, but you stop short. How could you think of harming something so beautiful, so pure? The tadpole plops to the ground. Now is your chance to stomp it into the dirt. But it's too precious. Too sweet, isn't it? Intention zips from your mind to your heel. You crush the tadpole into the ground and fight off the well of sorrow swelling in your chest.
So, we're blessed true souls, handpicked by the Absolute. Just like their ex-brother, who, by a remarkable coincidence, also had a Mind Flayer worm in his skull. Indeed. Until we transform into floating, slimy monsters. I imagine it'll be downhill after that.
Open up.
There you are, my friend. Are you now? Don't make promises you can't keep, darling. Thankfully, I've had my needs met this evening. I found a bear. He took a little of my blood. I took all of his. So's any meal worth having. It's nothing compared to, well, other things I could be dining on, but significantly better than the rats and bugs Cazador served me. It was exactly as appetizing as you'd think. Still, that was the past. I'll never have to grovel for him again. Exactly. I can be better than him. Stronger. More powerful. More... Oh. You meant be kinder. Pet bunnies, that sort of thing. I've no objection to being nice, of course, once I have the power to bend others to my will. Well, yes. You can't look at the world and tell me I'm wrong. They're doing a piss-poor job, then. The strong had 2 centuries to pluck me from torture. But no one came. No. It was the mind flayers that rescued me. They gave me a gift. The strength to take my own freedom. I'm embracing this power. You should too. There you are, my friend. Oh, that. A scratch. I ran afoul of a bear. He took a little of my blood. I took... You're comparing plonk to vintage wine. You can make merry with either, but they're not the same. But Cazador fed me rats and bugs. And when... Not at all. Blood is life essence. And some creatures have so much more life than others. Cazador gave me just enough to keep me, well, alive, for lack of a better word. But never more than that. Still, that was the past. I'll never have to grovel. I don't intend to grovel before... The Mind Flayers gave us power, but left us to our own devices. Whatever they had planned for us, they failed. And now I'm left with this gift. There you are! I have drunk. Not alcohol, of course. A bear. He took a little of my blood. You think I'd kill you just like that? Darling, I would never. I still need you. Anyway, the bear will sustain me, and it's a marked improvement over the rats and flies Cazador would feed me. I existed because those with power can do whatever the hell they want. Indeed they are. Now it could open some... No. These tadpoles are... There you are, my friend. Oh, that. A scratch. I ran afoul of a bear. He took a little of my blood. I took all of his. You're comparing plonk to vintage wine. You can make merry with either, but they're not the same. But Cazador fed me rats and bugs. And when you're used to drinking from a sewer, even plonk is a marked improvement. Not at all. Blood is life essence, and some creatures have so much more life than others. Cazador gave me just enough to... Still, that was the past. I'll never have to grovel for him again. Exactly. I can be better than him. Stronger. More powerful. More... Oh. You meant be kinder. Pet bunnies, that sort of thing. I've no objection to being nice, of course, once I have the power to bend others to my will. Well, yes. You can't look at the world and tell me I'm wrong. Let them. Heroes are half the damn problem. Fools that believe in right and wrong, good and evil. Heroes didn't save me from Cazador. Mind flayers did. They gave me a gift. The strength to take my own freedom.
Speak.
I have something to ask.
Well met.
All's well, I hope, aside from the obvious.
How can I help?
Light on my feet.
Speak. Chook. You believe you can survive, as you say.
What's on your mind? With
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
At the ready.